Shocking. Roman Reigns vs CM Punk. Full match. They told us this match would never happen. They said Roman and Punk hated each other too much backstage. They claimed the egos were too big, the politics too complicated, the risk too high. And then last night, WWE said screw it and gave us Roman Reigns vs CM Punk in what might be the most insane match of 2026. But here's what nobody's talking about: what happened during this match proves that everything we've been told about these two is a lie, and the implications for WrestleMania just got nuclear. I just watched this match 3 times, and I'm telling you right now, if you think you know what happened, you're wrong. Because what went down wasn't just a wrestling match, it was a statement, a power play, and possibly the beginning of the most controversial angle WWE has done in a decade. And the finish? The finish is going to have people screaming at each other online for weeks. Before I break down every jaw-dropping moment, you need to understand why this match even happened, because WWE's official story is garbage. They're saying this was a dream match for the fans and 2 legends colliding, but the real reason involves backstage politics, contract negotiations, and a locker room that's about to explode over what these two just did. Let me set the stage. We're at Saturday night's main event in Detroit. The card is stacked, but everyone knows the real main event is Roman Reigns vs CM Punk, announced only 5 days before the show. No build, no storyline, just WWE suddenly dropping this bomb and expecting fans to lose their minds. Which we did. But ask yourself, why would WWE book their 2 most volatile personalities against each other with almost no promotion time? Here's what I'm hearing from multiple sources backstage. Roman and Punk have been circling each other for months. Not in a storyline way, in a real way. Punk's been vocal about wanting to work with top guys who can actually go in the ring. Roman's been the untouchable top star who doesn't need to prove anything to anybody. The tension's been building, and WWE realized they could either let it explode backstage or weaponize it for the biggest money match possible. So they booked it. 5 days notice. No elaborate storyline. Just these are the 2 biggest stars in wrestling, let's see what happens. And what happened was absolute chaos. The match starts, and immediately you can feel the intensity. This isn't 2 guys working a scripted match, this is 2 competitors trying to prove they're the alpha. Roman comes out first with Paul Heyman, looking absolutely dialed in. No smile, no acknowledgement of the crowd. Pure focus. Then Punk's music hits, and the place erupts. He walks out looking like he's going to war, not a wrestling match. They lock up, and the first exchange tells you everything. Stiff collar and elbow, neither man giving an inch. Roman shoves Punk back. Punk immediately gets in his face, talking trash. You can read his lips, that all you got, tribal chief? The disrespect is real. Roman's face changes, you can see him getting legitimately angry. And that's when you realize this isn't going to be a normal match. For the first 10 minutes, they're trading holds and strikes that are stiff. Like, uncomfortably stiff. Punk hits a chop that echoes through the arena and leaves a red mark on Roman's chest. Roman responds with an uppercut that snaps Punk's head back. The crowd is split, half chanting "Let's go Roman," half chanting CM Punk. The energy is electric but also tense because you can feel these 2 are on the edge of something. Then around the 12-minute mark, Punk goes for the GTS. Roman blocks it, hits a Superman punch that floors Punk. But instead of going for the pin, Roman stands over Punk and does the OTC hand signal, basically telling Punk, "I'm the real tribal chief here, not you." Punk's face when he sees that? Fury. Pure, unfiltered fury. He rolls out of the ring, and you can see him seething. What happens next is where the match goes from great to legendary. Punk grabs a chair from ringside. The ref's telling him not to use it, but Punk's not listening. He slides in the ring with the chair, and Roman's ready for him, but Punk doesn't swing. He just holds the chair, staring at Roman, daring him to make a move. It's a mind game. Punk tosses the chair to Roman, drops to his knees, and offers his head like, "Go ahead, hit me, prove you need a weapon." The crowd is losing it because they've never seen this level of psychological warfare in a WWE ring. Roman looks at the chair, looks at Punk, and you can see him thinking. Paul Heyman's on the outside screaming, "Don't do it, my tribal chief." But Roman's ego won't let Punk punk him like this. He raises the chair and Punk kicks him in the gut and hits the GTS. 1, 2. Roman kicks out. The place is absolutely unglued. Punk can't believe it. He argues with the ref, and while he's distracted, Roman recovers and hits a spear out of nowhere. But he's too hurt to make the immediate cover. Both men are down for a solid 10 count while the crowd is chanting, "This is awesome." They both get up at the same time, and what happens next is what has everyone talking. They meet in the center of the ring and just start unloading on each other. Forearms, punches, no wrestling moves, just a fight. The ref's trying to restore order, but they're not listening. Security starts coming down the ramp because this looks like it's about to turn into a shoot. Then Roman hits another Superman punch. Punk staggers but doesn't go down. Roman sets up for the spear, charges and Punk leapfrogs him, sends Roman into the corner, and hits the running knee. Roman's down. Punk signals for another GTS. The crowd is on their feet. This is the moment. Punk lifts Roman for the GTS, and the lights go out. Complete darkness. The crowd is confused, scared even. 10 seconds of pitch black. When the lights come back up, there's a third person in the ring. Masked. All black gear. This person levels Punk with what looks like a briefcase. Punk goes down hard. The masked person rolls out of the ring and disappears through the crowd before security can react. Roman's on the mat, seeing what happened but clearly as confused as everyone else. The ref's calling for the bell. This match is being thrown out as a no contest. But Roman, still on instinct, crawls over to Punk and drapes an arm over him. The ref counts 1, 2, 3. Roman wins by pinfall even though the match was supposed to be a no contest. The announcement is Roman Reigns wins by pinfall, and the crowd is booing out of their minds. Paul Heyman is celebrating like Roman just won the championship. Roman's being helped up, looking dazed but also smirking like he planned this somehow. Punk is unconscious in the ring. Medical staff is checking on him, and Roman's music is playing while he celebrates a win that everyone knows is tainted. The show goes off the air with Punk being helped to the back and Roman standing tall with his hand raised. Now here's where this gets absolutely insane. In the post-show scrum, a reporter asks Roman about the masked attacker. Roman says, "I don't know who that was, but I got the win. That's all that matters. The tribal chief always wins." Punk isn't available for comment because he's being evaluated for a concussion, but social media is exploding with theories. Who was the masked attacker? Was it someone from the bloodline helping Roman? Was it someone with a grudge against Punk? Was it Roman himself who orchestrated this? Or, and this is the wildest theory, was it someone targeting both of them and Roman just took advantage of the chaos? The wrestling community is divided into camps right now. You've got the Roman fans saying a win is a win and that Roman proved he's smarter than Punk. You've got the Punk fans furious that their guy got screwed by outside interference. And you've got the conspiracy theorists saying this whole thing was a work to set up an even bigger angle at WrestleMania. Here's what I think is happening, and tell me in the comments if this makes sense. I think WWE knew that a clean finish either way would cause massive backstage issues. If Roman wins clean, Punk's ego gets damaged and he might cause problems. If Punk wins clean, it diminishes Roman's aura as the top guy. So they created this controversial finish where Roman gets the W on paper, but everyone knows it's tainted, which protects both guys' egos. The masked attacker is probably someone who's going to be revealed as working for a third party, maybe The Rock setting up for his own WrestleMania involvement, maybe Shane McMahon from that authority angle, maybe even someone completely new to WWE. The point is, Roman and Punk can both claim they were screwed, which keeps them both strong and sets up a rematch. But here's the problem with that theory: if this is leading to a rematch, when does it happen? WrestleMania 41 is already being built around other matches. SummerSlam is too far away. So either WWE has a secret plan for WrestleMania that involves Roman, Punk, and the mystery person in a three-way storyline, or they just booked themselves into a corner with no clear exit. The other possibility that nobody wants to talk about? This match was a one-time thing, and the controversial finish is WWE's way of saying you got your dream match, now move on. They can say they gave fans Roman vs Punk, but the finish protects both guys from taking a clean loss, and now they go their separate directions. That would be the safest booking decision but also the most disappointing. Let me ask you, and I want detailed comments on this, what did you think of the match? Who do you think the masked attacker was? Should Roman's win even count? Do you want a rematch or should this be a one and done? And most importantly, was this match everything you hoped it would be, or did the finish ruin it for you? Because that's the debate raging right now. Some people are saying this was a masterpiece of storytelling that sets up future angles. Others are saying WWE chickened out of giving us a clean finish and ruined what could have been a historic moment. There's no middle ground, you either loved this or you hated it. Personally, I think the match itself was incredible. The psychology, the stiffness, the intensity, that was real. Two of the greatest performers of their generation going at it like their legacies depended on it. But the finish? That's where I'm conflicted. I understand why they did it from a business standpoint, but as a fan, I wanted a definitive answer to who's better. What we got instead is more questions. Who was the attacker? Was Roman involved? What's Punk's response going to be? Where does this go from here? And are we ever going to get a clean Roman vs Punk match where one man definitively beats the other? WWE just gave us one of the most anticipated matches in years and somehow made it even more controversial than if they'd never booked it at all. That's either brilliant long-term storytelling or a massive fumble that's going to piss off fans who wanted a real conclusion. Drop your comments right now. Hit that like if you're as conflicted about this match as I am. Subscribe because the fallout from this is going to be insane. Punk's going to respond, Roman's going to gloat, and that mystery attacker is going to be revealed eventually. Share this with every wrestling fan because everyone needs to see this match and join the debate. Roman Reigns vs CM Punk happened. It was incredible and infuriating at the same time. And somehow, WWE managed to make us want more while also making us angry we didn't get a clean finish. Welcome to wrestling in 2026, where even dream matches come with controversy attached.